Cambodia not only brought us our second stamp in our passport, but it also brought us my dad and his good friend Dan. It turns out Angkor Wat has always been on their bucket list, and they couldn't pass up the opportunity to explore it with us.
We're at Angkor Wat right now in Cambodia, and there's not probably as many people here as I thought there would be. We are right outside of monsoon season, but we're also in probably the hottest time of the year. But yeah, the temple complex is huge. We just passed this really awesome stone carving. It's supposedly the longest carving in the entire world. It's an entire kilometer long. It took 37 years to build. So that was really pretty neat. Just seeing all the carvings around here in this complex, which was built almost 1,000 years ago, is pretty crazy. It was built in the 1100s, I think. So.
I think it's 38 degrees, 102 degrees Fahrenheit probably. So a little bit hot, but totally worth seeing the temple. There are over 200 images of the Buddha's face all over all sides of this. So really kind of neat walking around and looking at all the intricate details that were carved in.
What about that kissy face photo that you made me do?
I made a kissy face. I kissed the Buddha. But yeah, the people who came in to carve were actually not slaves. They were hired and they got paid. And so people say that that's why it's so much better, because they really cared about what they were doing and really put a lot of their heart and soul into the carvings. And you can really tell. They depict a lot of stories, a lot of wars, wars with Vietnam and fishing and their daily life. And it's all recorded in the carvings on the wall.
They come here by boat through the Mekong Delta. Here, Siem, they were Islam or Muslim. This is fighting at the Sable. You see the crocodile eat the dead. Yeah. When you see here, how the people live on the curbside or river.
My favorite temple. It's where they filmed Tomb Raider, part of it at least, but it's overgrown with jungle. The other temples didn't have any trees or vegetation, and this one you can see the trees kind of really took over. In some places actually hold up the rest of the structure. Without the tree, the structure would fall, so it's kind of neat in that regard. There's a dead tree, and the other tree took over the other tree, and it's like holding up the temple, so without the tree, the temple would collapse. Symbiotic relationship really between the tree and the temple.
Yeah, this is probably the coolest temple. It's like it's the middle of the jungle. There's all these like trees that are growing over everything. But yeah, this just feels more like I think what we had envisioned before we came here. What we kind of thought it was going to be. And it's really, really cool to see all this. I thought it would maybe be like one of those, and they're all over the place where the tree is grown all over the temple. I mean, every corner you turn, there's another one, like right there. So, awesome.
Thank you to my good friend Kurt, and to his daughter and her husband, and the world travelers.
And we'll meet you guys anywhere.
Anywhere, anytime.
Anytime.
Museum in Cambodia, and it's really pretty heartbreaking being here. the people as we met them have been super nice and happy, friendly people, and then you come to a place and it's like they gave up on war. They had so much war in their life that they just embrace peace. Like, they really appreciate the little things in life because they knew so much hardship and horror for 3 years, from 76 to 79. Pol Pot came in and killed 3 million people, their population of 8 million at the beginning, and over 100 years, half their population, 4 million people, have been killed. It's sad too, because as an American, a lot of the landmines that are here that are still affecting people are US made. Those are anti-tank ones, and then there's one over here they call the TV screen that shoots pellets, and there's a bomb on the other side that we dropped that is still affecting pregnancies. And when children are born, they're born without arms or with blindness, and that's something that we did when we were fighting. And so there's no resentment in our tour guide's voice, and he's just happy to be at peace right now. And it's something really makes me appreciate my life a little more for what I have.
Our last day in Siem Reap, we rented bikes and rode them out into the countryside to a little pottery studio run by a Cambodian lady.
Supervisor, worker, grabbing mangoes.
We watched the Cambodia circus show Phare, performed entirely by street kids. Then took an 8-hour trip through Phnom Penh to the Cambodian coast.
We are here in Sihanoukville, and we are in Bungalow 3 at the White Moon Bungalows. It's about a 10-minute walk from the beach, but every day we kind of wake up, get breakfast here, and then we carry all our stuff down to the beach. It's been really nice. The beach is completely empty. It's really kind of odd because the sand is white. There's a little bit of garbage, but less than there was in Thailand, and the water is clear, much prettier than it was in Thailand. But beautiful beach and completely to ourselves. I mean, there's a tree every 20 feet, and there might be one person at every 10th tree, but literally you couldn't have thrown a baseball and hit somebody. We had so much beach to ourselves, which is nice because we built a huge sand turtle that I've been wanting to do, let the waves take him away. We played uke, we sewed on patches to the top of our things. I sewed on a Cambodia and a Vietnam patch. We got leg massages for like $6, and this lady tore into my calf, which was pretty awesome. And then they talked me into threading my legs, which I've threaded my eyebrows before. And she did a little spot and said, "See, we can do your legs." And she said, 30 minutes, that's all it'll take. And I said, "Oh, okay, let's try." And it took an hour, and it was really painful. Like, she did the least painful spot, and then as she got down to my ankle, it was horrible. And it took an hour, and it was 2 ladies, and it was insane. But supposedly I shouldn't have to be able to shave for 6 weeks, so we'll see how that goes. But that was an interesting little experiment in pain that I put myself through yesterday.
This is the first place we've been to where we actually don't have a specific activity that we wanted to do. Like in Thailand, we wanted to climb and sail. In Siem Reap, we wanted to see the temples. Here, there really isn't much to do, but that's kind of the beauty of this place. And we got a chance to kind of sit on the beach for the last few days and catch up on some reading, some writing. But yeah, it's been really nice to be here, and we spent a lot of time just at this little beach restaurant slash bar slash coffee shop place. And we just kind of have been there from probably about noon until sunset the last few days. It's been really relaxing and just nice to just have some time to do things that we want to do and not be so rushed. But yeah, it's very different than the other part of Cambodia. But tomorrow we travel back to Phnom Penh and then hopefully into Laos in the next few days.
After 3 weeks in Cambodia and an 8-hour bus ride north, we walked across the border into Laos.